Hi, this is Ben with Tri-Area Trucking School, and we're going to do a full pre-trip today. First, you want to put your seatbelt on. We're going to do a safe start. First, my ABS light came on and off on the tractor and on the trailer. All right. Got our left turn signal, our right turn signal, our bright light indicator, our depth gauge is working properly, and our four-way flashers are working. Then we're going to come over to our heater and defrost. Heater is working, or defrost is working properly. Heater is working properly. Our city horn works. Our highway horn works. I'm going to check all my mirrors. They're clean and adjusted to me. My windshield is clean and clear. There's no obstructions or illegal stickers. It's not cracked or broken. My windshield wipers work properly. They are smooth to the glass. And there's no abrasions or cuts on the wipers themselves. The windshield washer fluid works properly. Then we have our spare fuses right here. Our fire extinguisher is properly mounted and secured, fully charged. And our 3 reflective triangles are right under the seat in the box over there. Now we're going to do a tuck test. To do a tuck test, you'll push in the clutch. You'll first start with either the parking or trailer brake. We'll do the parking brake first. You'll put it in a low gear, let off the clutch and give it a little tug. The parking brake works properly. Now you'll push in the parking brake, test the trailer brake. Put off the clutch, give a little tug. Trailer brake works properly. Now for the surface brake test, you'll push in the parking brake and the trailer brake. Check your mirrors. Pull forward about 5 miles per hour. Hit the brake gently. Brake works and the truck did not pull from left to right. Next, we're going to do our air leaks test. So the first thing I'm going to do is rev the engine up so the governor will cut off between 120 and 140 psi. You'll hear a sound when this happens. All right, that was the air governor cutting off at 140 psi. Now I'm going to turn off the vehicle, turn it back to the on position, and push in both my trailer and tractor brakes. If you're on a hill, you might want to chalk your vehicle. We are on a flat surface, so I'm not going to chalk my vehicle. Okay, the first test is a air leaks test. I'm going to put my foot on the service brake for 1 full minute. And in that 1 minute, I should not lose more than 4 psi. And you'll ask the examiner to time you here. So will you time me?
Well,
okay, minute's up. And you'll say I did not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. The second test of this is the alarms and buzzers test. For this, you're going to fan down your service brake until your alarms and buzzers come on. And this should happen before your air pressure drops below 55 psi. There's my alarm and buzzers coming on at 55 psi. The next test is the tractor and trailer valve test, or the emergency brake test. You'll continue fanning down until both your parking brake and trailer brake pop out, and this should happen between 20 and 45 psi. There's 1 and 2. Both my trailer and tractor brake popped out at 40 psi. For the next part of the test, we'll ask the examiner to go outside to check the lights. He will go out to the front and you will check your left turn signal, your right turn signal, your hazards, your four-ways, and your low and high beams, and your clearance lights. As soon as that's done, you'll ask him to go to the back. He'll check the tail lights, the brake lights, left and right turn signal, hazards, and the clearance or marker lights. You're going to say, all my lenses are the proper color. They're not been broken, cracked, or damaged. None are missing. Next, there are no leaks or puddles underneath my vehicle. And also the vehicle is not leaning left or right. Okay, next, you're going to check your coolant. It is at the proper level. Between minimum and max, the cap is on tight and it is not leaking. The oil, you're going to pull out the dipstick, wipe it off, reinsert it, pull it out again, and make sure it's between minimum and max. You do not have to do this on your test, but you do have to explain how you would do it. It is also not leaking. Power steering fluid, between minimum and max, the cap is on tight, it is not leaking. Power steering hose, connected securely at both ends. There's no abrasion, bulges, or cuts since it is rubber, and it is not leaking. Next, we'll come to our steering gearbox. The gearbox is properly mounted and secured. It's not leaking, and it's not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. Next is the pitman arm, the drag link, and the tie rod. It is properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged, and is secured at both ends with cotter pins and castle nuts. Next, we have our front and rear shock or spring mounts. They're properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. Our spring, properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged, and is not scissoring or shifted, and there are none missing. Next, we got our shock, properly mounted and secured at both ends, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. It is not leaking. Next is our brake hose. It's properly mounted and secured, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it is not leaking. Next is our drum. It's inside the tire here in the rim. There's no contaminants like oil or grease on it.
we are recording.
Next, you would check the tire. It is evenly worn. You would check the tread depth with the depth gauge, which should be at least 430 seconds. The rest of the tire should be at least 230 seconds. There's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it is not leaking. The rim, no illegal welds, properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. The lug nuts, properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. There are none missing. If there were any loose, there would be shiny threads or rust trails. The studs, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged, none missing. And the valve stem, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. It's not missing. The cap is tight, and you would check this with an air gauge. All right, lenses. So the lenses on the tractor and on the trailer, proper color, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged, not missing. The mirror, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged, properly mounted and secured. We got our battery box. If it's not able to get to like ours is, you'll just mention everything in there. So my lid is on tight. My batteries are properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged, not leaking. And the air or the battery lines have no corrosion on them, and they're properly fitted on and on tight. Next we have our depth gauge. It's not leaking, properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. Cap is on tight. Here we have our fuel tank, properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. There's no leaks. The straps are not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. They're on tight. Cap is on tight, not leaking. Next, we have our trailer frame, or tractor frame. Not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. No illegal welds. Then we'll come to our air and electrical lines. My air lines are properly mounted and secured at both ends from tractor to trailer. Glad hands are on tight. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. It is not leaking. The electrical line is properly seated at both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. And the lines are not dragging or tangled. And they're not on the catwalk at all there. Right. We have our apron right under here. Not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. Properly mounted, secured. Then we have our fifth wheel skid plate. It's properly mounted to the platform. There's no gap between the apron and the fifth wheel, and it is properly greased. Our release handle, properly mounted and secured in the lock position. Let me come back here. We have our kingpin, properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. And the locking jaws are fully wrapped around the kingpin. Here we have our reflective tape, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. Properly mounted, secured, not missing. We have our trailer frame, properly mounted, secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. Our trailer cross members under here, properly mounted, secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged, none missing, and there's no holes in the floor. Here we come to our landing gear. Release handle, properly stowed in the stowed position. The landing gear is fully raised. It's properly mounted, secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. The feet are not damaged or missing. And there's proper space between the landing gear and the back of the tractor. Then we come down here to our tandems. So some trailers will have a handle. We have the air button. So properly mounted, secured in the lock position. And then we have our pins. They're properly mounted, secured, and in the lock position. And then here at the rear of the trailer, all our lenses are properly mounted and secured to the proper color. There's none missing. Same with the reflective tape. Properly mounted and secured, none missing, and proper color. That completes the in-cab and walk-around for Indiana. Thanks for watching.